Come on in, man. Come on in. Come on in. We chilling. We chilling. You already know exactly what time it is. Back here to serve some more game on the ground from Hungry Hounds. So just get up the pound and ready for the next round, man. With that being said, we got some stuff to talk about, man. We got some stuff to talk about, man. Some stuff talk about. With that being said, you already know what it is. So come on in, sit down, chill out, whatever you do. Grab your snacks, your drinks, whatever the case may be. And man, listen up. Listen, man. If you too lazy to get a job, if you too lazy to get a job, pay your own bills, then you too lazy to have your own place. If you're too lazy to have a job, then you're too lazy to go get some food from Taco Bell. If you're too lazy to get a job, you're too lazy to have any type of. You're too lazy to be an adult if you're too lazy to get a job. He said apparently Charles' eyebrow got in the training camp, so that's why he had to pull out. That's tough, bro. That's tough, man. I know that sucks. But, things happen, accidents happen, but Costa might be pulling up, so comes out Mike versus Udman instead. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. There's all types of stuff going on right now, man. There's all types of stuff that's happening that might happen. And it's insane, man, because it's all happening at one time. It's all happening at one time when you think about it. When you realize it, it's just like, dang, man, that's happening, this happening, that's happening, this happening. Like, come on, bro. Like, everything is happening. Everything is happening. It's wild. But no, man, like I was saying, if you're too lazy to get a job, you're too lazy to be an adult. And why do I say this? Is because I was at the store earlier today, and there were these people who were there, and they decided to stage an accident that happened. He says alleged that John Jones might retire at the next fight too. That's tough. Everything is happening, man. Everything is happening. But anyways, there are these people there at the store. They staged an accident, and they had this dude that was just laying there on the floor. They had this dude that was just laying there on the floor on whatever it was that they quote unquote slipped on. And he was laying there for probably like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Wasn't doing nothing. Wasn't doing anything. He just laying there. They had somebody else recording on the phone, the floor, how there's no quote unquote wet signs on the floor or anything, and how the person slipped and everything. And it's just like, man, some of these people make absolutely no sense. You see, it's so goofy that you could go into a store where has cameras that's recording everything. Pour something on the floor. Pretend to slip on it and think that you're going to get away with it and get a lawsuit. That blows my mind. People these days would rather go through extra hoops just to get a quick bag of money than they would go through some hoops just to get a job. They want quick money. They want fast money. Now, in a sense, you can't blame them. But at the same time, you can blame them because they're lazy. They don't want to work for it. It's understandable why somebody would have thoughts like that, but for somebody else for them to take action on it's a whole different story. It's like you must really be a whole different level of degenerate to think that you can stage an accident and get away with it knowing that there's cameras that are watching you. It's wild to me. The fact that you think you can get away with it, period, is what's even more wild. Because it's like, dude, didn't anybody ever teach you to go get a job? See, it's the stuff that they need to teach in school. They need to teach you how to save money, budget money, whatever the case may be. They need to teach you how to do basic stuff, how to be a hardworking person, as well as other things like basic vehicle maintenance, house maintenance, stuff like that. Like what they used to teach. They used to teach those things in school. Believe it or not, back in like the 70s and the 60s and stuff. I don't know about the 80s or not. They might have, but back then they used to teach that stuff in school. How to change a tire, how to take care of a baby, how to do all the stuff, how to sew, how to knit, basic stuff. They don't even teach you about taxes. They don't even tell you about taxes, which is insane. They literally set you up for failure. Oh yeah, man, you graduated, well done. You're an adult now, and go out into the world and shine bright. And next thing you know, that person gets covered in debt. Or if they're not covered in debt, they're broke because they're paying taxes, paying rent, electricity, water, insurance, phone bills. They're paying everything because the schools don't teach them about it. The schools don't teach you about it. Absolutely insane. Mid-season allergies are coming back, man. You gotta love it. You gotta love mid-season allergies. The seasons are changing, and it's in between the seasons, and you start getting them allergies again. Like, why can't you just be normal? Why can't you just be normal throughout the year? But hey, man, some people just aren't meant to be normal. But no, man, it's just crazy, dude. Because when I sit back and I see people who sit around and they try to find different ways to get money, it's like there's only one way to get money, and that's working hard. There's only one way to get money, and that's working hard. And it's a shame. Shout out to Robert McRickard for the follow. Much love and appreciation. It's crazy, man. People be looking for shortcuts in life and wonder why their life is taped together because they're cutting corners. So they got to use tape to bring it back, to hold it together. They wonder why they got so much money coming out the banks. They got child support they paying because they done got with the wrong person. They got insurance on a vehicle they can barely afford to pay. You got rent on a house that you can barely afford to pay because you want to live the lavish life. You're spending all this money on clothes and all this stuff, man. You got to get the new iPhone 15, so you just spend like $1,200 on that as well. Like people hold their lives together by way of Scotch tape. And wonder why their life sucks because of the decision that they made. They always go out to eat, like every night, every other night. They spend at least $300 a week, and wonder why they don't got nothing in their bank account. Nothing. When they get that paycheck, they blow it immediately. Boom, gone. Vapes, cigarettes, drinks. Clothes that you don't even need because you only buying them for the name brand. You're not even buying clothes because you need clothes. You're buying clothes for the name brand so you can have people look at you saying, oh, wow, hey, look at him. He got the J's on, man. Look, he got Adidas on, man. He got Adidas clothes, man. He got this, he got that. He got Gucci. Who cares? Who cares? If you got to sit here and have the new clothes that come out so other people can look at you, you are the one that is insecure with yourself. You have to look in the mirror and ask yourself, why do I need people to look at me? Because you're looking for validation. As a man, you shouldn't be looking for validation from other people. You should just be focused on yourself. Building up your bank account, building up your value, your worth, whatever the case may be, instead of seeking the public's acceptance, public's validation. Because the public does not care about you. The public will not care about you. Society don't care about you. People say, oh man, society's inclusive and this and that, whatever. Yeah, society, when you look at it as a whole, they're not inclusive. They may come off that way, but they're not. They don't care. Nobody in society cares. So if you delude yourself into thinking that they do care, you're going to find out real quick. You're going to be in for a rude awakening. Oh man, why aren't they saying this? Why aren't they telling me I'm doing a good job at that? Why aren't they complimenting me? Because they don't care. There's some people who literally would dress up just so they can go out in public. They don't even go to the store to buy anything. They just be walking around just so other people can tell them how good they look. There's people out there who go into a restaurant, they'll sit down, they'll have all these flashy clothing on. Diamonds, jewelry, chains, watches, all this stuff. They'll have all of it on. But because they have all of it on, they have all of that stuff, they're so broke. When they go to the restaurant and they sit down, they don't even drink the water because they don't have enough money to pay for it. They sit there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, everybody's staring at them, complimenting their clothes, complimenting their jewelry, whatever the case may be, and then they leave because they can't afford no food there because they're broke. Like, that's wild to me. That's wild. How are you worried about other people's opinions all the time? All the time. A 304 is a good representation of that because they wake up every day, go into the mirror, and put 10,000 pounds of makeup on just to have other people look at them. Now, I get it, as a 304, you got to be attractive to the opposite gender. Whatever, so you can get one, cool, whatever. But when you dressing up just to have other people look at you, as a man, that's not it. You dressing for impression. Who you dressing for? Who you trying to attract? Other dudes? Because that's what it be seeming like these days, is dudes want to attract other dudes. Dudes be complimenting other dudes way too much. Way too often. They be sincere in their compliments that they give them too. It's wild. It's wild. Hey man, I love that jacket, man. I love it. Man, you look fresh with that on, man. Who cares? Why are you complimenting me and what I'm wearing? I'm not wearing this for you. I don't want to attract you. What you coming up to me for? You should be telling your girl that she look fine today. Don't be telling me that I look fire. Tell your girl that she look fine. If you got one. Or go tell your mama that she beautiful or something. What you worried about what I look like? Crazy, man. Some people can't live without getting compliments, and it's just like, bro, them people are the ones that are the most insecure with themselves. Because when they go home, at the end of the day, they take all them clothes off and they look in the mirror. They know deep down what's there, and they hate it. They try everything they do to get rid of it, to escape it. But it never goes anywhere because it's always a part of them. They look in the mirror and they hate what they see. They hate what they see because they don't love themselves. It's shameful. Nobody loves themselves no more. Nobody respects themselves no more. You can tell by the way somebody respects themselves by the people they hang around with, the crowd they entertain, their actions, what they do around certain people. You can tell whether or not they love themselves and respect themselves. If you're hanging out with a bunch of ratchet people, loud people, adulteratedly active people all the time, you don't respect yourself, son. You don't, because you're hanging around degenerate people. If you are somebody who is self-respecting, you will not hang around degenerate people. You will either be by yourself or you will be around other self-respecting people who have the same or similar goal as you. Only self-disrespecting people hang with self-disrespecting people. That's just how it is. It is impossible to be a self-respecting person and hang with somebody who does not respect themselves. And if you do, you don't really respect yourself. You can say all you want, yeah, man, I respect myself, I love myself, I'm this, I'm that, whatever, but you can lie to everybody, but you can't lie to yourself. You can lie to everybody, but you can't lie to yourself. We back in this, man. That's 100% facts. You know, when I hear people say, yeah, man, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to build myself up, but I look at their actions every day, their everyday actions, they're always hitting that pin. Or they got a drink in their hands, not like a soda or a water, but like an actual adult drink. Or they're being lazy. They do the least amount of work, but they want to be high up. You're not really about it. There's a whole lot of people out there who are all talk. They are all talk. All they do is talk. Them people are dreamers of the night. The only time they dream is at night, when it's time for them to be asleep. The ones who you should be around are the dreamers of the day, because they actually take action to make their dreams reality. People who dream only at night is all they are, just dreamers. Oh man, I got a dream that I got a big mansion, I got 5 Ferraris, 3 Lamborghinis, I got a 20-car garage, man, I got a nice blonde wife, I got 4 kids. And guess what? They dreaming that dream at night. They're not dreaming that dream during the day. You dream that dream. If you having dreams like that during the day, you're gonna take action to make it happen. And if you don't, then you're a faulty dreamer. You know, that's just how it is. You're a faulty person. If you don't take action to make your dreams happen that you have during the day to make them reality, you are a faulted individual. That's just how it is. They take no action. If they do, they take the minimum action. Can't make stuff up. You're like the person that works 2 days, 3 days out the week for like 3-5 hours a day and wonder why you only get paid like $30-$40 every week, every 2 weeks. Oh man, well I do this, I do that. Why don't I get paid more? Because you don't work as much, son. You don't work as much, son. You don't. And then be the same type of people who think that working a lot is doing the most you can in 3 hours. They'd be like, oh man, well I did this, that, the third, I did this, whatever. I cleaned the lobby, I wiped down the machines, man. I cleared the registers, I cleaned off all the tables, I did all this, I swept the floors, I cleaned the bathrooms, I reset the line for the next day, I did everything in the store. Why don't you pay me more? Because you're doing what you're supposed to do in a short amount of time. If you want to get paid more, you got to work more. You got to sacrifice more time for more money. People are goofy. They really be sitting around thinking that if they do more within less time, they'll get paid more. No, son. That's how you get used more. That's how you get used. You got to balance it out. Do what you can with the time that you have. And if you have extra time, do extra. But if you don't want to be used like a lap dog, if you don't want to be used like a hot dog rubber, if you don't want to be overused, then you better balance it out. Otherwise, overused is all you will be. You won't get no extra money for it. They're gonna take advantage of you. Crazy. That's just how it is. Nobody respects a hardworking individual anymore because Nobody's a hardworking individual anymore. We live in a different society where hardworking individuals are looked down upon. Oh man, he works too much. He's never home. But your bills is paid, right? Yeah, but he's never home though. You got food on the table, right? Yeah, but he's never home though. Got clothes on your back? Yeah, but you got a bed to sleep in? Yeah, but he's never so what you complaining about? You got a car to drive, right? Yeah, but he's never home though. Then when they get left, why did he leave me? Or when you get ignored because you keep nagging about him by he being gone all the time because he working. He start ignoring you and you get mad. What do you expect? You want to have everything paid for, but you mad because everything getting paid for. See, it's just like this one thing I saw earlier on Judge Lynn Toler. I seen a clip earlier. The defendant and the plaintiff were these two people. It was a dude and a chick. And the dude is legally blind, so he don't really work a job from what I understood. He legally blind, so he can't really work and do any type of work. Now, legally blind doesn't mean completely blind. He might be blind in one eye, who knows. But at the house that they lived in, he cooked a lot. He cooked a lot of food for her because that's what he liked doing. It wasn't because he was an effeminate dude. It's just that he can't work, so he's gonna do something else that he likes doing. So he likes cooking for his girl, making her feel special, cooking for his wife, whatever. Cool, do it. That's what you like doing. If you can live with that, do it. But she couldn't live with it. She could not live with him taking care of her at home. She could not live with him cooking food, doing things for her at the house, taking care of her. She couldn't live with it. So she went to go get a divorce. You cannot make this stuff up. She went to go get a divorce because it was too much. And the judge was completely flabbergasted about it. Like, I would have been too. Like, what you trying to leave your husband for when he do all this for you? Like, he don't do it just for a thank you. He don't be doing it nothing. He doing it because that's genuinely what he wants to do. And you trying to leave because you are ungrateful. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. This generation is just straight goofy. This generation is just straight goofy. Can't make stuff up. We look down upon good people and praise bad people, chase after bad people, shove away the good people. It's wild to me. You can't make stuff up. It's insane. People wonder why society is so jacked up. Look at what we did. Look at what we started doing. Look where it led to. Started roasting good people, started cheating on good dudes, started doing this, started doing that, started hurting good women, cheating on good women. We did it to ourselves. But we don't want to take responsibility. We want to keep pointing the finger at everything else but ourselves. We don't want to look in the mirror and say, no, man, this is our fault. See, everything that's happening that's going wrong in society it falls on the shoulders of men. And the reason why is because men run society, and the fact that we allowed society to get so torn down, it falls on our shoulders. We could have put a stop to anything at any time and said, nah, this ain't what's going to happen, but we didn't. We let it happen anyways. Let it happen anyways. The reason why there's so many 304s out there, because men allowed it to happen. The reason why corn still exists is because men allow it to happen. The reason why men's mental health gets overlooked a lot is because men allowed it to happen. Man is responsible for society. Man is in charge of women, therefore is responsible for society and things that happen, and because we allowed it to happen, we're the responsible party, whether you want to admit it or not. Whether you were a part of it or not, we're the responsible party. Guilty by association. And it's a shame, but it is what it is. So with that being said, man, I'm going to get up on out of here. I got some other things I got to take care of. So make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, your members, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else you know. And I'm getting out of here. Deuces.